yeah, I'm trying to figure that whole situation out. But let's go ahead. Let me pull this thing up. Again, this was one of those things where because of all of the stuff that I've been talking about and then doing other research on and everything else, it led to essentially a rabbit hole. And you'll see exactly what hole I'm talking about. It's crazy I keep using hole. But but you guys will understand exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, as soon as probably right when this dude starts talking, I have a. You know what? I'll leave the thoughts until we actually start watching this. All right, here's the video right now. Okay, I hope you guys are ready. Again, just feel free to say what you need to say in chat, and know that just know that you should not let anything you hear this kid say affect your day. All right, your night, because a lot of y'all are on. It's evening time for you, late at night, whatever. Here we go. And this is the video right here. I mean, the title said it. It says it all. All I have is hate. That is the literal title of this video, which off the rip, I was like, when I saw that, I was like, is Kid trying to be an edge lord? You know, something along the lines of that. And then I started listening to him talk.
Look, before I say any of this, I'm not looking for any sort of consolation or advice or fixing or I don't give a shit about any sort of reaction. I don't even read the comments to most of my videos.
I will say we are 30 seconds in right now, and he's full of shit. And the reason I say a lot of was my first thoughts in watching this. This isn't even a after effect of seeing this video. This is my thought directly. I mean, the moment that I started watching this, I was like, "You're full of shit." Because for one, you're putting it out there. This isn't the only video he's made. He has quite a few different videos online. And what it is, I haven't even watched the other ones, but when I look at the titles of them, you can almost see where a great deal of this stems from.
So, quite frankly, I just don't give a shit. If you want to know the truth, I really could honestly give two fucks. That's just who I am.
At least you give two.
I'm a very I just have a lot of hate. I feel like I hate everyone.
I forgot that YouTube does this. The ads in between. I'm sorry. See, I will not log on to YouTube. So we're gonna get ads, it seems.
管理人、もう慣れてきましたか？
And I don't really think that it's a bad thing. I don't really want to fix it. I don't really give a shit.
That right there, horrible. Because what that means is you're complacent. You're happy with where you're at. You're fine with it. I don't want to fix this thing that I know is a problem that I'm clearly sharing online, which while I say I don't give a shit, I actually do because I wouldn't be talking about it and clearly creating an audience from it. At the same time, I think that the more of an audience that he gains, the more he'll put out. And the problem with that is that it's not fixing his his issue, but instead it's going to take hold, reach out to other individuals who have. And first off, my thing with this when I first watched this was, what are you what are you mad about? What has you in such a bind that you have this much hatred in you? You're an individual whom I assume is fully functioning in terms of ability. You don't seem to have a speech impediment. You don't seem to have any dysfunction or feature deformation. I'm guessing both arms and legs work here. What do you say? I'm sorry to say that boy who's probably in his early 20s, probably 20 actually, doesn't even know the definition of hate. Listen, I'm not going to disagree with you on that at all. It was one of the first things that I thought about too. People just have no clue. Still to this day, I won't say I hate him to the core anymore, but I still do. And that is my biology. And I understand. I completely understand where you're going with that right there. Trust me, I've a few stories I could tell you about where I should actually hate. But let's let him keep going. This is his.
I'm just a very angry, hateful person. And
But he sure as hell did. I just focused on that. The camera in the corner there.
I think
The candle.
most of what I do, the way I live my life in complete isolation, not talking to people, uh, not drinking alcohol, not smoking, not taking any drugs of any kind, no caffeine, and now, for the last 2 years, getting off of porn and ejaculating. Um,
Ladies and gentlemen, wait a minute. Hold on. Listen, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you for the no caffeine. I I don't like caffeine. I don't. There's a time I never drank soda. I didn't drink coffee and shit. I I went through gaps where it was like literally no coffee, no soda, no tea, and I love tea. I only drank water and milk. I'm not mad at you for that. But the first thing he said, let him say that shit again.
no caffeine. Most of what I do, the way I live my life in complete isolation, not talking.
That complete isolation. And then of course he goes into the whole which is so crazy to me, sterile, where he said no ejaculation. He got off of watching Prawn. Okay, cool. You don't watch that anymore. All right. But damn, do you know what that does to you physically and mentally to not have that release? Listen, we always make the jokes about people who goon and everything else, and I'm like, you know what? You know what? It is a normal thing, I guess, for someone who's not having intercourse, sexual intercourse regularly, anything like that. But also, some people who are still do it. My thing is, you're just compiling on yourself. And when I watched this the first time, it started registering in my head. I was like, wait, this sounds like something very specific. And I'm not even going to say what that specific thing is that it sounds like to me at this point. If you guys want to guess and throw it into the comments where he's getting this form of rhetoric from, go right ahead. Some of you will probably be right. When you say complete isolation involves no social media, no posting videos on two. Listen, I get you, but let's take it for the defining term of what he's trying to use it for, saying that he's isolating himself inside of his home. Now, what you're trying to tell me then also is that you're not going outside for shit. Or, you know what? I'll even give him the benefit of the doubt here and dig deeper into his idea of isolation. Even if he goes outside to go and grab groceries, or I don't know, to go to, maybe he works from home. That is a very real possibility right there. Maybe he gets all of his shit delivered to his home as well. But what he's saying by complete isolation means that he has no friends, none male nor female, no love interest, no contact with people, probably direct conversation beyond utilizing this as his, well, let's say what it is, his outlet. The responses back that he receives from this, he's saying that he doesn't want them, and says that he doesn't even read his comments. I don't know if he's gotten to that part yet, but that's a part of it.
To people, uh, not drinking alcohol, not smoking, not taking any drugs of any kind, no caffeine. And now, for the last 2 years, getting off of porn and ejaculating. Um, the reason why is because honestly, I don't want to be like anything that I see. I don't want to be like this world. I hate everything in this world. I hate everybody. I hate everything. I hate what they do. I hate what they believe. I hate that it's the same bullshit. Everybody says the same fucking things.
Okay. You said that's being antisocial, which is also what he's explaining is Asperger's, which is a form of autism. It's not that. Listen, I know what there's different levels of Asperger's and different things like that. When you look at this guy, and the more that we go through this video, the more he talks, you will see just how absolutely lost he is and what it is that he fell into while he sits here and just makes the comment he just made. Everything is pointing to the fact of what it is that he's been watching online. This is all a byproduct of that red pill slash black pill community. That is exactly what this is. And how can I tell this? Wait until he goes a little bit farther with his conversations. What's crazy to me is what I really want to be able to do, and I can't do it on this screen, but I'm looking at this desk with, let's see, The Gods of Eden. The only books I can read the titles on here, these look familiar to me, honestly. Is this could this be Tolkien right here? Could these one, two, three, four, these first 4 to 5 books right here, could these be Tolkien books? Can anybody confirm or just outright put that down as a no-go, that I'm possibly wrong, that those are Tolkien books? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, like the Lord of the Rings, things like that. And then I see Hyperion. All right, there's something that all of these things have in common, by the way. But let's let him keep speaking. Listen, the here's the thing. I'm sorry for the pauses, but again, I told you guys I was going to react to this and tell you guys what's going on in this situation. What the hell is red pill, black pill community? You don't know about this? Oh my, like Deadlock, I know you're not living under a rock, my bro. Like, I'll explain that in a second. But all of his facial expressions, his mannerisms, his actions here, this is like what I thought after watching this was, you know what? This guy needs to be evaluated. He needs to be watched. All of this, the things that he's saying, mixed in with his actions in this video, it screams precursors to the type of individuals that go out and commit mass shootings. This, it's almost as if, and I don't, again, I haven't watched all of his other videos, but this video is, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's almost as if, like, are you putting together your manifesto directly on YouTube? And in some light, I'm like, they need to review this channel, and somebody needs to give this guy a what do they call, a health and safety check, to be honest. But to explain the red pill and black pill community, so the red pill community is the individuals like Andrew Tate and all of those people who said a lot of the things that they said, like the things that I did not mind. And this is always the case. It goes the same with musicians or artists and things like that. Nicki Minaj, everyone's freaked out about how she's flipped and the bullshit that she said. It's not surprising to me. If you remember when she first came out, everybody loved her because of female rap ability, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, it was like her second album, and everybody was like, "What the fuck is this?" It's happened with so many Kanye West. It has happened with so many individuals, artists, and things like that, where they put forth this one uh, face, this one mission. And then when they get enough publicity, when they get enough fame, everything that they do then all of a sudden flips. You see this a great deal more than what you really think. So the red pill whole situation, they come out with, well, guys are under a lot of scrutiny for X, Y, and Z, and a lot of them aren't being what they should be as far as to better themselves, go out, work out, spend time in the gym, have good friends, talk to those friends about your problems, share. Like that was the good portion of that idea, which then all of the other truths started coming out. The reality of it is those individuals fucking hate women. I mean, no matter how much they try to say, oh, it's about protecting women and it's about protecting this, that, and the other. No, 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 no. When you sit down and watch enough of their content and you really listen and hear what it is that they're saying, not just let it glaze by you. No, 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 no. A lot of those dudes really fucking hate women. And not only do they hate women, but it became a thing to where like the money became so gripping in that community to where all of a sudden, oh, wait a minute, I'm going to now start telling you how you can do it, but you're going to pay for this class. And then it became this thing of, well, this is how you talk to women, but they were never actually giving them any answers. Now, the black pill community, I'm going to kind of fuck that up, but give me a second. Let me pull this up so I can say exactly what it is, because I don't want to fuck this up. Black pill, yeah. So, damn it, of course, I can't get just a quick synopsis, but it is literally misogyny and incels, male supremacy. That is exactly what it is. And the reason why I can say this is what he's following is because of something that he's going to come out with later on. I'm trying to find anything, because the black pill portion of it, it is so fucking twisted. It's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. I'll let him keep going though.
I
Oh,
hate
oh,
things
oh,
like
oh,
you.
oh. And I'm sorry. As far as the books, so the reason why I was talking about the books is because look up that book Hyperion. Hyperion has this whole very fucked up pilgrim ideal to it. The the oh my god, yeah, the gods of Eden, and then Tolkien. All these things, all of these books are the very books where you will find these groups who talk about being white nationalists, Christian nationalists. These are the types of things that they live by. Talking about they are Christian nationalists, yet they want to return to their Roman ideals and the ideals of the pilgrims, yada yada. And the books that, here's what really fucks me up. And the reason why I said, are these Tolkien books, is because a lot of those books are things that they actually believe play in the real world. In fact, the group that set up that whole whites only fucking community, they actually believe in the world of Tolkien. They do. The guy I talked about before, Peter Thiel, his company is built off of the fucking antagonist from The Lord of the Rings. Like, this shit is crazy. Let's let him keep going though. I'm sorry.
YouTube that I just hate YouTube. I hate YouTube in general. I don't know why I posted this shit.
Yes, you do.
Am I looking for some sort of attention or yeah, I guess.
At least, see, and he admits it here. He
Yeah, because
admits
I'll
the
look at
fact
like the
that
likes and the
he's
views on
actually
this.
looking for some form of fucking attention. And he's seeking the wrong type of attention, the wrong validation at this point.
I hate that.
YouTube プレミアムなら YouTube が広告なし。さらに動画の一時保存も可能。
I've been trying to make this Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind video, and I just can't do it. I must have done 100 takes at this point. Spend hours just trying to do this, and I can't do it because honestly, I just feel my entire body. Most of the time, it just feels like it's full of cement, dude. Like I can't. There's no flow. And I'm just so angry, man. I'm so angry. And is that because I'm alone? Whatever. I don't give a shit.
Okay, and that right there, that just triggered what it is as far as the black pill. When it comes to these individuals that identify with the black pill element of that whole red pill community, what it is they accept all of the red pill views and everything else, which includes that, what is it? Being anti-feminist, and anyone that doesn't believe in the things that they believe in are normies that are blue pill. But these black pill individuals, and the reason why I say that he is one of those individuals, they actually, how do I, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm telling you, sometimes fucking, ugh, essentially, they don't even care to have physical relationships with women. They don't care to go into any of the societal norms at all. They think that this is their freedom from everything, but always end up, and this is what's crazy about them, they always end up circling back and seeking fucking attention. And that attention usually comes specifically from the opposite sex. Let me see if I can. Okay, black pill adherents believe that looks are genetically determined and that women choose sexual partners based solely on physical features. Lookism. So whether or not a person will be an incel is predetermined. Misogynist incels attempt to prove the truth of the black pill through misreading of scientific studies, online dating data sets, and their own experiments to prove that women only care about a man's physical looks. Although some incels still seek out plastic surgery, workout, gym maxing, looks maxing. What's that dude's name? The one I talked about, the American Psycho wannabe, clavicular or whatever. I mean, these all of these motherfuckers are so absolutely stupid. It's not even funny, and I will get into why more. I'm trying to push through this video, but this every time I watch this, it's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting to me, honestly.
I'm too angry to care. Like I don't even care about, you know, and all this shit with women. Like I'm so angry about how I was raised and what was done to me and all this bullshit that I've seen my entire life from women. And every single conversation I ever have with women, I'm so angry, and I don't want any part of it anymore. I don't want any part of it.
And a lot of it always
Honestly, that's
stems
probably the
from women.
problem with making this video, this Eternal Sunshine of Spotless Mind, is it's just so exhausting to like think about this stuff anymore. Like
Eternal sunshine.
it just pisses me off at this point. I'm analyzing the video and what's the dynamic between the two and what do they think and what are they trying to tell women and tell men with this, you know, with what Clementine does and what Joel does and all these scenes, and I have all these notes, and I must have watched it like 4 times, and because I just have nothing better to do in my life. And is it a sad, pathetic existence? I mean, sure, I don't care. Like I don't give a shit. Sure.
See, what's crazy about this, you know these things, but you keep saying that you don't care. And the thing is, it's not true. He's not indifferent. He's hateful. To be indifferent means that hate doesn't even exist to you, really. It fucking, not really, it just doesn't exist to you. He's not indifferent. He's hurt. He's depressed. He's deluded. He's brainwashed. He's a lot of fucking things, but he's not completely disassociated from what the fuck reality of life is. The kid needs attention. He wants attention, but he doesn't want to actually help himself. He's putting a cry out here, and it becomes a question. It became a question actually when I started looking at the numbers of views on his video, different things like that. I'm like, huh, would he still be posting this stuff if he were getting 0 views? Would he still be talking about these things if people weren't leaving comments? Would it still be a thing that he would take to social media to talk about this if in some way he wasn't potentially compensated? And the reason I say that is because what you start learning is that a lot of these individuals who create content, especially the specific type of content they do, when you have these people who put some of the most bullshit ideals in the world out there or follow suit of individuals who put those out there, it's because they are making money. And when they're making money, they'll say the most outlandish shit. They'll be edge lords. They'll try and be whatever the fuck it is they think they should be, when in all actuality, all they're doing is just getting paid off of people who are potentially really having problems. But let's say, for the sake of this video, that he is actually going through all of this. The reality, once again, is the fact that he is not. And I repeat, he is not indifferent. He's fucking crying for help.
Oh, it's sad. It's pathetic. Oh, you don't have. Like, okay, like I don't give a shit. But that's the problem is like I'm making this I make this video and I just get like a quarter of the way through and I just get so angry. I get so angry I can't even talk. I get so angry I can't even talk. That's why I don't make YouTube videos. Is I get so angry and hateful that I can't even talk and make videos because
But he's making a
there's just
fucking YouTube video right now.
uh,
What are we talking about here? The thing is, he also can't seem to just express where this comes from.
I'm just so sick of it. You know, a man shouldn't
Where
be
does he think it comes
emotional.
from?
Am I emotional right now? I don't care.
And see, that's how you know this comes from that red pill community. A man shouldn't be emotional right now. Am I emotional? I don't even care. Who the fuck said men shouldn't be emotional other than fucking morons? The way that you are going to be emotional, everyone has emotions. Clearly, everyone does. It's the way that you manage those emotions, it's the way that you actually interact with the rest of the world with those emotions determines on how good of a or strong of a man you're actually being. To have emotions, that is human. And if you can't understand that, then you don't understand the most basic things in life.
You know, like you get to a certain point where you just don't care anymore about all these things that society thinks you should be. Oh, a man should be this, a man should be that. I don't give a shit, man. I don't give a shit. You don't get anything for it anyway. It's all bullshit. It's all delusion. It's all illusion, isn't it? Oh, you're supposed to not want anything.
We're listen, listen, listen. Yo, you're not supposed to want anything. What? You're supposed to want to better yourself every day. You're supposed to want the things that you want. Maybe you want a better job. Maybe you want to make a little bit more money. Maybe you want a girlfriend. Maybe you want a hot girlfriend. Maybe you want a fucking, I don't know, a puppy. Maybe you want to go and fucking visit a place that you've never been. Maybe you want to try different food. To not have wants, come on now. Who doesn't want something? Who? Who on this planet doesn't want something? Even when a child cries, they want something. You just can't understand what it is that they want at that point in time because they don't have fully functioning voices or brains to actually sit to send what it is that they want to you. Well, they have brains, but they don't have the capacity to actually speak at that point. They don't have enough grasp of a language at that point. Everyone wants something. To sit here and say you're not supposed to want, yeah, bro, you got a real fucking problem. And my question is, what is it that you want? What is it? The thing is, he knows while he sits here acting like he doesn't know. Or maybe he doesn't know because he doesn't even know where the fuck the stem of his anger actually comes from. When a lot of it can obviously be pointed to the people that I'm willing to bet he watches online. And I can bet those people are people like Nick Fuentes, fucking Asmongold, old Charlie Kirk, stupid ass. I don't give a fuck. Feel how you feel about me saying it. But these are the type of people, Andrew Tate, fucking Sneeko. These are the individuals who sit out here and claim that, oh my gosh, everybody has this victim mentality. And then all of a sudden turned individuals like him, the people that they make believe to be the superior individuals, basic white boys, young white dudes, all of a sudden, they're now the minority. They're now the ones who are being attacked. They've created victimhood for themselves and for individuals like him. And this is where it leaves you. This is exactly where it leaves
You're supposed to be free from all desire and all attachments and just let everything happen. Okay, cool. I don't give a shit. Whatever. Whatever, bro. I can't even think about it anymore. You know, just to think about all the problems, try to solve this problem of, you know, modern women and men and how we get society back on track.
you. And like I said, that right there, I forgot he even fucking said that. What he just said right there, modern women and men, and how do we get this all back on track? That proves to you who the fuck he's watching online. It really does. That is the headline title for every fucking red pillar out there. Black pillar. That is their title.
Who gives a shit, man? I say just let it all fucking crumble and fall apart and die. Let's just all fucking die, dude. Honestly, I don't give a shit at this point. Like I'm just ready for it all to be over.
Yeah, he needs to be checked on. I'm not kidding at all.
Because this shit's ass, dude. This shit is utter complete ass. Like just doing this every fucking day. Oh, but what I'm supposed to what am I doing all this for?
What are you doing every day? From what it sounds like, from what he said himself, he does nothing every day. He has no actual relationships. And I'm not talking about just a physical or loving or romantic relationship. I'm talking about friendships either. He has none of those things. When you're not doing anything every day, this is what you're going to get. This is exactly what you're going to get. I'm going to read this comment and then I'm going to tell y'all a quick story. This is where I would say something. I was raised that yes, men can be emotional, but it is within their own household, within their families, not in public. Or unless you're with friends out at a bar, then yes, that's understandable to be somewhat emotional. But in public area like malls or just walking around, I myself, I'm not able to be emotional in public. Hey, listen, I get that, but I have to disagree because let's take something into account here. If you're out with your girl and she wants to hold your hand or she wants to give you a kiss, that's a form of emotion that you're showing while walking in those public areas. And I know some people don't even do PDAs, public displays of affection. I'm going to give you the perfect, the perfect story of a man being emotional, and he had every right to be in public. And in fact, this man, I should hate him. This was my foster father. When I was a kid, when I lived in the states with the family I lived with, I know I've like prodded around what was going on at that point in time when I was younger, and the reason why, like, I gladly, got away from them and never saw them again. But we always had animals, and I think I told you guys about how I got blamed for some shit that, like, was in zero. Like, I had zero control over. A fish jumped out of the fucking tank, and we found it months later after I fucking got beat for like they think I killed the fish and like whatever. Found it that it had jumped out of the fucking tank. Because mind you, over the course of time, we kept seeing the other one jumping out until I was like, "Hey, we need to put this on there, whatever." But we had all kinds of animals, and I've always loved dogs. And I think I told you guys about the dog that was born on my foster sister's birthday, which was the day that my foster grandfather passed away. But somehow she became my dog, and she was more wolf than dog. But we had this other dog, and his name was Toto. Of course, they named this fucking dog Toto. Toto was the absolute, not the Yo quiero Taco Bell Chihuahua. No. He was a fucking Chihuahua. He was the Wizard of Oz Chihuahua, which is where you got the name Toto from. And those dogs always are super hyper. Sometimes do stupid shit, like bite people for no fucking reason. Type dog, but that dog was loved, and my foster father, I mean, love the shit out of that dog. I like in a way that when you say you love your dog, I don't know. Like it's like that. My dad could beat up your dad. Shit. No. I think my foster dad probably loved that dog 10 times more, fucking maybe 100 times more than anybody has ever loved an animal in their life. Toto had a problem though. Like we lived like fenced off everything else, but that dog liked to fucking run out of the fucking house all the time. In the same street where I was almost hit as a by a fucking speeding car as a 5, 6 year old boy. One day Toto ran outside. Nobody was gonna catch him. And a car, and I mean you heard it, like I mean just thinking about it right now, the whole entire image. I see the street that I lived on. I see me looking out the door. I see the car that hit him, and I remember the sound of when that dog was hit, the yelp that came out of it, the crunch that came out of it, and the screeching of the tires all in an instant. And then my foster father, who, mind you, this man at a fucking cane could at times barely walk, all kinds of medical and physical problems. He ran. Never forget this image. He ran across the fucking street in front of the car. The guy's getting out of the car, and this man, this big ass man, went down to the ground and grabbed Toto and then cried. And I'm talking cried in like you have to understand what I'm saying right now. He ran outside of our gate, across the little sidewalk, across the street, heading into the second intersection, going in the opposite direction, and laid down, holding this dog, crying. And I understood in that moment what I mean, seeing him over the years with the dog and everything else is one thing, but it's like all of that came, and in that moment, I understood how much that dog meant to him. And there was a story as to how they got Toto, too. I understood in that moment. But that emotion is unhelpable. There are certain times that you cannot help as a man but to have emotion. I have had to watch someone, a grown ass man, a father, I've had to watch them crying in a public mall after their child unfortunately passed away because of an incident that happened in that place. So this whole idea that men can't be emotional and things like that is absolutely ridiculous. And it's that very sentiment, and to where we hold so much of our emotion in at times that we explode in the fucking craziest ways. The story that I was going to tell you wasn't even about my foster father. It was about me. And it was about when I got into the accident where I died twice in a fucking night. And what you guys don't know about that point in time was, and I think I kind of spoke about this a little bit afterward, but it was the time that I broke up with the ex. And I think I told you all that one of the factors that did that was the fact that, hey, yo, Teflon, thank you so much. Thank you so much, my boy. One of the factors that actually did that was the fact that I realized that her depression was actually hitting me. It took a bit for me to realize it. And me being me, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna manage it. I can deal with it. I can manage this shit that's going on with me, and I can help her at the same time while raising her daughter. And like, we're gonna be okay. To the point to where I was like, now I gotta go. Now I gotta go. Before that accident happened, mind you, we had already been done. Like we were done. But she still would message me and she would call and like she would do things to where like, oh, essentially I need help dealing with this, but you're not going to like, and I'm just like, what are we doing? What is this fucking game we're playing? But what I didn't realize was that I thought I had dealt with all of that. I thought after, the time had gone by, I'm like, I'm good. And then I realized, well, fuck, I had started drinking again. I was having fun. And then that accident happened. And when it happened, and everything I remember for it, and then remember waking up in the fucking the hospital after coming out of a goddamn coma after dying twice in a night. And mind you, remember like all of the little shit that like I told you guys about before. After I talked to that nurse, and after I talked to the doctors, and then after the ENTs, they were just like, don't know how you're alive. And for a second, I literally had the thought of, oh, fuck, I wish I weren't. And it took me a little bit more time to realize what all of it stemmed from. And it was because what I used to do when I had to let something out, if I was angry about something, I said it. And I let it out and it was done. But I had been holding in all of this bullshit. And then I was playing the dumb game of, oh, but I put all of this time and everything else into it. Should I go ahead and like try it? Should I like, and it wasn't that I was blaming her. I was fucking blaming myself and not doing the one thing that I always said I should always do with everything in life, and that is accept it, be cool with it, understand what it was, what it meant, learn from it, and then move the fuck forward. I was stuck. That's what this is. This is people getting stuck in this whirlwind of bullshit that they're getting fed constantly, day in after day, taking on this victim mentality because for some reason, even though I wasn't recognizing it in the moment, I realized it later on. Like, nigga, was I acting like a fucking victim this whole time, sitting here worrying about all this shit when I didn't deserve to act as such? Not only was I healthy and everything else, but then after coming out of an accident and surviving that, nigga, what can you ever, ever say? You just survived this. What the fuck do I have to be angry about with anyone, with anything? I have my life. And then what do? Not too long later, I end up in the place where I knew I had to come back to, and I am at the happiest point of my fucking life. See, this is the problem with these individuals who sit here and spew all of that garbage, that red pill garbage and that black pill garbage, and all of these negatives towards others, whether they believe it or not. And it's so much worse if they don't believe it. It creates individuals like this. People who don't understand where their anger's coming from, where their hatred's coming from, because they're so heavily indoctrinated by the bullshit that they closed themselves off from the rest of the world. During that point in time that I was going through all that shit, even though I was getting on and streaming with you guys, so on and so forth, and there were times, like literally after the accident, this is what really did it for me, because I couldn't go and do anything. I couldn't go out. I couldn't do anything. But the girl that I was messing with at that point in time, she said, I don't, yo, I can't tell y'all everything she said, but what she said was, I don't give a fuck. I'm coming over right now. I was like, what? Mind you, she didn't have a whip. I was the one who normally go and pick her up. She's like, no, no, no. I'm on my way right now. I'm going to bring you some food. You're going to see me. And she spent some cash to get her ass over to my spot. Brought food, everything else. You know, your boy was hurting, but still had to do some bags. It is what it is. But I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? Because I realized once I saw her and once we started talking and everything else, I was just like, nigga, I gotta go out. I gotta go and do something. I don't care how upset I am about everything that happened. I don't care how, like, you know, I'm not even depressed about it now. It's just a thing of I'm supposed to be like healing, which healing is very important. But it made me realize just how much you need to do something with your life. You need to want something. You need to have people at times. You need to go out, even if, what do I say I do every day now? And I still do it to this day, at least a 30-minute walk. Nigga, I have caught myself, and I told y'all last stream, I caught myself walking damn near 40 kilometers in one day. For what purpose? Just because I was outside, the sun was hitting me, you know, a little bit of a nice breeze, the nice fresh air. I feel my body fucking functioning. I'm going about my life. I stop and I have good food. I end up saying hi to people and just like for no reason getting into random conversations with people who want to know something about me or I want to know something about them and we've never met a fucking day in our life. Today on the way here, getting on the train, let me tell y'all, it takes 45 minutes for me to get here to do a stream. Who wants to stand 45 minutes or plus on the fucking train, especially when that train is packed, crowded? But I had a seat next to a girl, another dude was next to me, and when he got up, this family had gotten on. It was a mom, dad, their daughter, and their son. And the little girl, like, she came and she's like waving. So she sat down next to me, and I'm looking. I'm like, this is a little dude. He needs somewhere to sit. And so I'm like, sit down. This is what I'm getting at. When they were leaving, the mom and dad said, thank you for letting me. Arigatou gozaimasu, blah, blah, blah. But that little boy, when he looked up to me, and he just goes, Onisa, arigatou gozaimasu. I'm like, yeah, big brother, thank you so much for letting me sit down. And I'm just like, all right, all right. That's what life is, man. It's like we have so many fucking problems constantly, all the time. I need to let him finish. Let me stop, cause I'm going the fuck off right now. Let me let him finish, man. Like seriously.
Trying to be. God, my mind is just. I wish it would just be gone. Yeah. You know, when you get to a certain point where you're so angry and you're so hateful, it feels like there's just no way back. It doesn't.
He's lost. And again, he doesn't even know why.
いつもここが夢の入り口だった。あんなもの、こんなもの。
That's just who I am, man. I'm not anything good. I'm not. I'm not a good person. I'm not. There's nothing good about me. I'm hateful. I'm angry, and that's basically the only two things that I have that I am. There is no love that I'm capable of. I don't know what that is. I think that it's a lie because I'm probably too hateful and angry to even have that capacity.
You don't know. You don't know. What? You don't know, but yet you can say. Let's say it again.
And that's basically the only two things that I have that I am. There is no love that I'm capable of. I don't know what that is. I think that it's a lie because I'm
You don't know what that is. You think it's a lie, but you don't know. You say there's no love that you're capable of, but you don't know. This is a fucking oxymoronic goddamn statement.
probably too hateful and angry to even have that capacity. I don't want to listen to a woman anymore. You know, any woman that tries to come in and like whisper like, "Oh, you're just you need this. You're angry and hateful because of this, but love is actually real and there's hope for you and you could have everything that you want and you just have to do that." And I can't listen to a woman ever again, man. I can't. I'm not capable of it. I can't. I can't. Like I literally can't. I don't have that capacity because I can't trust them. I can't trust them. I don't think I can ever trust them. I don't think they should be trusted. I'm at a point where I can't think anything good about a woman. Like I can't.
Okay. All right. That right there. That's the stem of a great deal of this. But it's crazy to say that because, I mean, you don't trust women, but you're telling me you don't have guy friends either, so I'm guessing you can't trust them either, but you don't point that out directly. And I know I'm, breaking the fourth wall at this point in this video because you guys don't know this, but I do know this, that he does not make that claim against men. But you're telling me that no guys ever lied to you, that no guys ever backstabbed you, that no guys ever, led you down the wrong path or anything like that. And then it always becomes that thing of, I understand that your life, your feelings towards things and everything else is usually a byproduct of your surroundings and your experiences. You barely have any. Giving you the age of 20 at best is being gracious. You have no fucking experience, yet you play this whole I can't listen to him. Women this, women that. Here's the thing. This is again how you know that he's been indoctrinated with the whole red pill ideology, the whole black pill ideology. The things that he's saying are direct fucking quotes from some of these individuals within those, some of those leaders in those communities. The crazy thing about all of it is that a great deal of them, the one thing they actually want is women. This guy saying he can't listen to him. I don't believe love is real. That they come and say it to me. I don't know. Blah blah blah. And all this plays into everything that the online world has done to people and people like this. When you see all of the stuff with OnlyFans models, when you see all the women on Instagram, and when you see all the ones who are like, "Oh, pay me and I'll give you some pussy. Pay me and I'll show you a titty," like some shit like that. And what's even crazier, my favorite, and I see this on X all the time. Y'all know how I've always felt about Twitter and X, the cesspool of the internet. But I mean, people do it on Instagram, but I think X is the more dominant place where this happens now. you'll see some girl put up a post and it's like let's put two different extremes. One is, oh my god, does my ass look fat? And they got like the shortest fucking skirt on, cheeks hanging out like this much, knowing there's a plump juicy like something going on back there. Oh my god, like and comment and let me know and I'll send you a DM. And then there's the other one. I'm homeless. Me and my best friend here. We'll do anything. All we've got is 100 yen left. Like some shit like that. Or something. Give me sympathy. And I always laugh at this because it makes me wonder how many dumbass niggas went on and either A, left a comment. So you look at the comments, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'll take care of you. Oh my God, I'll give you this. Oh, send me your PayPay or whatever, and I'll send you some cash. And oh wait, I sent you a D. I can't send you a DM because your DMs are yeah, the DM thing is off. It's off. They turn that shit off. All these different things, and then the other one's like, yeah, your ass is fat, and I bet you can message me and blah blah blah. Here's the thing: you're giving all of this attention to individuals who are absolutely doing nothing but using you for said attention and gaining money off of you. And this is what the byproduct of that is because they think that that is reality. That's the problem. You motherfuckers need to get off of the internet sometime. Go kick a can down the road for all I give a shit. Climb a fucking tree. Play on a swing. Go down to some of you niggas need to stay the fuck away from parks. Like, but look, like, go do something else other fucking put your phone in your pocket and or turn that bitch off. Don't watch a video while you walking. Don't fucking do shit. Maybe have it to turn on music, but don't grab your phone. Have your headphones in, click them shits when you want to fucking change the song, or don't change the song. Let it play constant through. But get out of your house and get off the internet. Because this is what that looks like. And then their reality becomes shaped by this idea and this fantasy that, oh, all women are like this. And then they've got these guys who are driving their Bugatti or fucking say that, they slept with 15,000 women in the last 6 months, and I have 1.8 million dollars as of yesterday after making it in 1 hour. They fall into these traps as these people are also telling them, you could be like me too. And you could have all the hottest girls in the world around you when them niggas is paying for that pussy. Let's just keep it a stack. That's just what it is. You can't have a good conversation with the woman because, as I've said before in other streams, you motherfuckers don't know how to talk to them. The first thing you think you're supposed to do is grab her by the pussy. If you meet her online, you want to send her a dick pic immediately. Can't even say hello with the dick pic. Just bam, there's my meat. And you ain't even got the meat for that, nigga. Let me. Ooh wee. Okay, let's get back to. Let's get.
Can't think that they're good people. I can't think that they have good intentions for me. I constantly think that they only will make me worse. That I can't. You know, and being in the situation where I can't, it just makes me even more hateful and angry. And because that's not the. I have this idea in my head that I'm supposed to. Oh, you're supposed, because we've all heard it. You're supposed to be loving and have a huge amount of love for other people and be accepting and understanding, and you're supposed to let go of anger, let go of hate, let go of this, let go of that. I can't, bro. I can't do it. I don't think enough.
He's not allowing himself to experience anything else, and so the only thing that he feels like he can hold on to is the thing that he thinks he actually has, which is hate. But in all actuality, what this is a like this is despair at its finest. That's what this is. He's lost.
Nothing good will happen if I do that. If I let my guard down, if I even for 1 second think that things could be better or believe in good or things like love.
What's gonna
When I
happen?
say love, I literally get sick because I'm like, it's not real. There's no way it's real. It's not.
This is delusion beyond delusion. Jesus.
If I think that if I do any of that or entertain any of that, then I'll just be right back where I started.
Where was that? Because I'm telling you right now, it's got to be better than
Just
this
a
place.
scared boy that has no clue what's going on.
That's no different than a lot of fucking people. Grown ass men are scared ass boys at times who don't know what the fuck is going on. Women are scared girls who at times that don't know what's going on. No one in a lot of places right now know what the fuck is going on. Like half of the US, half of Americans have no fucking clue what's going on. They are scared ass individuals who don't know what the fuck is going on. People don't know when they're going to have their next meal. People don't know if they're going to get a next job. People don't know if they're going to have a house over their head tomorrow or maybe a fucking hour from now based on if that if that mortgage needed to get paid. Like the absolute obscenity to think that your gripes in so much more than everyone else's, and you want to hate them, and they've done nothing to you. It's dysfunctional. It's delusional. It's downright fucking disgusting. It makes zero sense. You fell into a hole. That's exactly what this is. He fell into a hole, but doesn't want to climb out of it. So it's a question of, do you feel sympathy for someone like that? He says he doesn't care. But in all actuality, he needs someone to fucking throw that rope down there. All he's got to do is grab it, climb up a little bit as they pull, and get to level ground again. He just doesn't want to do that. So maybe force is necessary in some way.
Powerless,
That's a terrible way to feel about
not in
everything.
control of anything. I'll get I'll get fooled into trying to make women happy, and I can't think like that anymore because I've seen that only just destroys me. It destroys everything,
Wait,
destroys the whole world.
wait, I need to hear that again.
I can't think like that anymore because I've seen that only just I'll get I'll get fooled into trying to make women happy, and
I'll get fooled into trying to make women happy. How are you like? See, this is context is necessary on this. Are you fooling, like, you know, essentially fooling yourself into trying to fool a woman into Or is someone else trying, is someone else giving you ideas on how to do it, such as these individuals you watch online, obviously playing that whole, what's it called? The pickup artist game. It's not about fooling a woman into something with you. And here's where a lot of people get crazy ideas. Listen, I get it. I'll never tell anyone, oh, it's not about going out and, having as many different women as you want in the world and having a lot of good sex and everything else, new pussy ain't good pussy, whatever. I'm not gonna sit here and say all that because listen, I I've been blessed and lucky and fuck that. I just used what I had, which is the ability to talk to people, which is charisma. You know, growing up, people always like, "Oh, he's so handsome," blah blah blah. Yes, I'm physically fantastic because I worked my ass off for that. My looks, I'm like, I whatever, but everybody loves my eyes. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But it's one of those things where I can't sit here and say don't go out and do that because maybe it's something you need to experience. But what I can say is when you actually have, and you don't have to, and like even in that instance, you don't have to play a game. You just gotta be straight up. And here's what's crazy. Here's what's absolutely crazy. Having a conversation with a woman doesn't mean that you have to sit there and play the little nice boy all the fucking time. You be you. And if at some point in time, listen, okay, all right, maybe don't be you in the first 5 seconds of the conversation. Be you after a good like 10, 15 minutes of the conversation. After you have made her laugh and giggle. Because what's the rule? Make her laugh and giggle, I can make that booty jiggle. Like, look, all jokes aside, seriously, if it's a thing where you're having this conversation with the woman and both of you know that you're in each other, but you're like, you know what, I just want, normally you wait a date or two. Normally. But I'm of the mindset that if you feel like you can get away with it, just know there's a high possibility you're gonna get rejected. Just be straight up honest with her. Listen, you know what, you sexy in the motherfucker. I don't know where this is gonna go, but what I can say right now is I wouldn't be mad if we went to the crib together. I mean, how do you feel about that? Oh my God, I'm not that. Let's go. Like there's a possibility that that happens, or it's a no. I'm not that kind of girl. You know what? My bad. You know what? If I fucked up any chances with, I accept that. Whatever. But maybe we can go and grab something to eat later on, yada yada. Or maybe you just like, all right, look, all I wanted to do was fuck, and then just walk away. But you gotta accept the consequences that come with being that type of motherfucker. But it's better than just being fake, because I will tell you right now, there's so many women I have had tell me. I'm just glad that you were just honest about this shit. I'm like, bitch, why am I gonna waste my time, your time, whatever, anytime? I mean, the women after X before I motherfucker, please. Every girl knew there would be no relationship with me. Please understand this. We fucking are now. I, you don't you don't have to like play this whole, and that's the thing. These dudes, they play these games and then it becomes this thing where they don't have the charisma for it, or something, or whatever the case may be, and now they want to hate everybody. But the reality of it is there's plenty of other women. It didn't work out with 5 or 10. Like you gonna get better at it. Maybe you didn't have the right wingman. And guess who the right wingman is? A woman. Boy, if you can get you actually got a homegirl, like a female friend that you not trying to fuck, but maybe y'all done some shit with each other. You got her as a wingman. She gonna get you in more draws than you know. This whole let's let him finish. It's almost over.
I can't think like that anymore because I've seen that that only just destroys me. It destroys everything.
And if that's the
Destroys the
case,
whole world.
try to build
That
something
one
fucking
singular
real.
focus. I never want to be in that position ever again.
So some experience has broken this boy. I mean, it's
I just don't think
obvious.
that there's any way out of this. I mean, there's no way back from this. It just feels like the more I don't
Mr.
escape
Jason02 is now
with things
following.
like drugs or alcohol
Hey,
or
yo, thanks for
caffeine
the
or
follow, Lisa Jason.
pleasuring myself, the more I don't escape, it's like the worse I feel.
But see, here's the thing. He's talking about using those things as an escape. And the fact is that some of those things shouldn't be used as escapes. In fact, they're not escapes. They will help trap you even more because you're not actually dealing with the problem. You're trying to escape the problem. You said it yourself. You don't need to escape. You actually need to resolve and walk through the problem. That's the key. I will tell you, however, take alcohol, push that to the side. Take caffeine, push that to the side. Take cigarettes, weed, whatever, push that to the side. Pussy's a good escape. Uh, listen, I know I can be blunt and crude, but y'all know how I am. I'm just honest. And it can be a good escape. Because even if that is not your girl, the connection that is created there, that friendship, that bond, so to speak, y'all will talk about certain shit and be able to bullshit with each other in a way that friends actually do. See, and that's always the thing. I've always said that whole thing where it's like everybody's like, oh, men and women can't be. No, no, no. Men and women cannot be platonic friends if they trying to have sex. They can't. That's not what platonic is. However, they can still be friends. And you don't have to try to fuck all your female friends or be in the whole waiting room situation. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be her dick in a glass case. All right? It doesn't have to be that. But if you do have that type of like, I don't know why that popped in my head. Entanglement. So, Jada Pickett's dumbasses. But anyway, if you do have that type of physical relationship with someone, it can be a boost. But you know what else can be a boost? Going outside, letting the sun hit you, take a little run, get angry while you doing so. Because that emotion might actually hit you. And if you're out there running on your own, especially if you're on the track and nobody else is there and that emotion hits you, you can get angry and then go and maybe work out and fucking just release all of this bullshit. Get your mind right. Get the blood pumping in your body. Stimulation. I'm telling you, all this bullshit about no sex, that's part of your problem. You don't have any kind of intimate bond.
I mean, I feel like I'm going crazy. Like you just feel worse, dude. You feel worse.
Listen, listen. I'm gonna say this real quick. I said this to a girl. She was like, "What's that?" I said, sometimes dudes get DSB and it drives them crazy. DSBU. I just called it DSB, and she's like, "What is that?" I said, "Deadly sperm buildup." She cracked up. She was like, I mean, she started fucking just crying. She was laughing so much. So I've never heard, I'm like, you know what? I say wild shit. It is what it is. But I was like, it does that. I go, you think about when men, a lot of boxers and things like that, before an actual fight, and I mean in sports, if you're an athlete at all, like I know some of y'all probably know what I'm speaking on here. Before you go out for a game or a fight or a tournament, whatever, and you done had a good night, boy, you be, whew, I need to eat. I need to take a quick nap. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why fighters don't actually have sex for like 6 months leading up to a fight is because it creates that craziness, that desire, the DSB. It is real. Think of it how you will. The shit is real.
Like, yeah, you have moments,
Two
right?
years?
There are moments where I feel like I can enjoy little things, and I get pleasure out of smaller things now. I don't need as much stimulation, and I have a longer attention span, and I feel at certain moments I feel like I'm kind of coming back online, like I'm coming back to a state that I used to know when I
Okay, and I can tell you what that is. That is, listen, that is all of that buildup, but you're still in such a low place with everything that that is being pushed down too. It's repressing, like I'm suppressing everything, and you are regressing in other ways. So the balance in this is okay, you can live this lifestyle, but actually fucking interact with people. Be what you are, a social creature. I'm not saying you got to talk to everybody and they mama, but have real conversations with people. Sit down, have a meal with people, even if it's not a shawty, even if it's not a girl, a woman, a woman. I hope you are at least 20. A woman. Even if it's not with a woman, have a guy friend. Go make a guy friend. Go out, work out together. Have something to eat. Don't drink. Have a protein shake. I don't care, but have some kind of interaction because we see where you are.
was a child. But there's just so many more moments where it's just agony. It's just agony. And it's just this ache. It's just this heavy cement just blockage that just it's just and it's just full of just anger and rage and hate, and it seems to only just get heavier.
I didn't watch all the way. I didn't watch the whole video. I guess.
And there's no goodness.
But you feel it at times. See,
There's nothing worth fighting for or living for or trying to be better for. There's no promise in anything. So so why do any of this?
why make this video then? Why question all the things that he's questioning? Obviously, there is help wanted. And that's been the thing. I'm gonna stop this now. I'm gonna stop this. It's 3 minutes left, and I know we could go through all of it, but I don't even think that it's required. Here's the situation here. That is the product of everything I said. Red pill indoctrination, black pill indoctrination. A person who spends their life online believing in things that are not reality, listening to people that do not have their best interest at heart, someone who is suffering through depression, amongst other things, that doesn't want help. But they do, not that much. But they don't want to admit that they want help. Because just as he said, that would be him showing weakness, showing emotion. And men aren't supposed to do that, which again is bullshit. This right here. Human beings at some point always need some form of help. No one can do anything and no one can do everything alone all the time. I don't care what business it is, they need help to grow to their place. I don't care if you're fucking it doesn't matter. At some point you need help. A friend of mine, she is moving. I told you about her. And it's so funny because she had a lot of different stuff going on. And we got to talking. And I'm like, I said something about asking for help. And she's probably going to see this. And she is the type of person that in all of her packing and all of the cleaning and everything else, she's been doing it alone. When other people have, been in the same situation, had to move away in order to move to, back to a different country or whatever for their job, in the share house that they live in, she would help. And it got to a point to where she said something that I was like, huh, you can't think of it like that. I don't want to say exactly what she said because that would be putting out too much just in case, But it came down to a point to where I was like, you can't look at it from you know what everyone else does. You can only look at it from the perspective of what it is that you do, and do you need the help? If you do, ask for it. Your friends, people who are truly your friends, people who truly give a damn about you, your sanity, your health, all the stress that you're feeling after going through all of this stuff, if you ask them, I'm sure they will help. And then she sent a message saying, you know what? I'm so glad. There was a couple other messages in between there, but the last one was, I'm so glad I did because not only did they help, but I don't have to worry about getting to the airport. And let me tell y'all, getting to the fucking airport with luggage, and not just luggage, but your life that you're moving with you. You know how many luggage cases that requires? Trying to do that in a taxi, on a train, it's a pain in the ass. Because you still need help when you get there. But not only that, you got the ride like they helped with everything, the packing, the cleaning up, the ride to the airport, and even better, bitch, everybody was like, we all going to have dinner before you leave too. Which made her feel so great because everyone came together and said, hey, like, we are going to fucking miss you. So for all of the stress, and I mean, she was stressing about some of these, like, this stuff, because she's still working too at the same time. She was stressing. But all that stress seemed to go away once the social nature actually came through. The friendship bonds, even just from the help alone to finish the packing and clean up. She would have been fine, but they went above and beyond. That kid, he needs friends. It, first, first he needs fucking therapy. I'm not kidding about that. I'm not saying that just to be mean or just throwing it out there all willy nilly. No, 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 no. That boy is in a place of absolute dysfunction. He is lost. And even if it's not there, he needs actual people around him, guys who are like, listen, bruh, let's go do something. Let me get you the fuck out of your place. Let me get you out here, like, have something to eat, see the world, look at what is in front of you, work on things, step by step, because this isn't something that's going to be corrected in an instant. In fact, that's something that's going to take some time, which is why I say therapy is absolutely necessary in that case, because he has been indoctrinated. I don't know how many years he's been watching that content, but all the things he says comes from that red pill, black pill indoctrination, that form of content, the thing that people are using a great deal of time just to make money. Their beliefs aren't of that nature. In fact, a lot of them actually do a lot of the opposite shit that they tell people to do or not to do. They do the exact opposite. They're living, quote unquote, fulfilling lives. And you're sitting inside of your fucking apartment with no friends, no love interest, no life, believing that you only have hatred. Even though you keep seeing the small creepings of what could be, you deny it. To follow a path of what? There is nothing there for them. And it's sad to see someone like that, but when I watched that the first time, I had to like bring it up on stream because I was so dumbfounded. Like initially, I kind of thought, beyond that he's full of shit. First thing, it's like maybe he's doing this just to make money. That is a possibility. That's the problem with the internet. A lot of times you can never tell when someone is being genuine about something. But as I watch it and everything else, I'm like, nah, this is genuinely him. This is who he is. And seeing all the other content, again, if I think of it on the terms of is he being genuine, I can see what kind of community he's trying to build, and where a lot of his financial backing would come from. But if I'm looking at it and just taking it as this is real, bro, he needs to get the fuck offline. You're pretty low on my end unless I raise you to the max, but my other sounds are loud now, which is what makes me think you're lower than usual. Shit, my bad. You know what? I think I actually am. That's my bad. That is completely my fault. And I don't know. Huh. It shows me at max on everything. Maybe it's even the possibility that once this headphone move, I bought new headphones, and I should check and see if it actually works with this system. Because from what I understand, they actually work. Whenever I'm on the phone call, they work fantastic. They are Bluetooth, everything else. But anyway, back to this whole thing. The guy just he needs to be offline because what blows my mind about shit like this too is when you look at people like Nick Fuentes. Do you know anyone that follows him? I mean, just idiots. But he tells the individuals in his community that having sex with women is gay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You are against individuals who are gay, same sex relationships, men with men, women with women. But if you tell your community that sleeping with women is gay, what what the what the fuck are they? What Are you telling him to sleep with dudes? Like, listen. I mean, people have seen some of the shit that he does, and some of the people that he is associated with, and believe that he himself is closeted. But you say that you want your race, again, white folks, to be dominant, and everyone else is taking over. That requires for you to fucking have kids. Do some fucking. Out of all the bullshit I can't stand about Elon Musk, he pumps it. But then I think about it, like, was everybody above board and of age that I don't know. But he having babies. But the dude we just watched, who I'm willing to bet is a follower of Nick Fuentes, Asmongold, the fucking Roach Rat King, the man who does not function outside of his home, has no interest in women. These people, and then the Cuck King himself, fucking Sneeko. These are the people that they look up to, and they're telling them that pursuing relationships and women isn't worth it. It's no wonder people end up in that lost realm that kid's in. It's disgusting. If you are the type of person that listens to those individuals, if you're the type of person that has these delusions that every woman is out to hurt you, if you're one of these types of people who believe that somehow the red pill is the answer for your life, you just saw that it's not. You need to get help. You need to gain experiences. You need to make friends. Surround yourself with people. Experience life. Come up with actual goals that will push you to doing better. Because if you sit in a hole and don't try to climb out of it, then you have no place to bitch and complain about anyone, male, female, or otherwise. That's all I got for y'all on that. Literally, listen, please feel free to say whatever you want to say in the chat. And if you're watching this later on, because I am cutting this and putting it on YouTube, if you watch this later on, please let me know in the comments what you thought of that video and how you see things. It may be completely different from my perspective, and that's okay. Have you known people like that? Have you seen these sorts of things? Whatever, whatever the case may be. What I do honestly believe, though, I mean, so seriously, he needs to be checked on. There needs to be a health and safety fucking check done on that kid. And YouTube needs to review all of this content because there's been too many of these, you know, crazy individuals who end up leaving these broken ass manifestos all over social media platforms. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hop out of that. We gotta